Welcome back. Welcome to Tarot to a T. We're going to do bonus readings. At least that's what I'm doing these days. Let's put it that way. We're going to do a bonus reading. As I misspoke, we're not going to do a bunch of bonus readings, just one. Right? So you tuned in because you're a Gemini, right? Anyway, I'm a little wigged out today. Just kind of tired from work, I think. But no worries. Anyway, thanks for joining me. And if you're brand new, you might want to hit that subscribe button if you like what you see, so you'll be notified of my next readings. These May readings are going to be coming out before I even know it, and I'm just blown away that it's already May. I don't know about you. So, Gemini, we're going to look at a little situation that's going on with you here at the end of the month, and then we're going to get some cards of advice about that situation. It's going to be pretty straightforward. Nothing too complicated or fancy. I like to keep it simple. Okay. Cards of advice. Bonus reading, April 2022 for the sign of Gemini. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Okay, Gemini, let's see what you're dealing with here. Okay, something to do with some partnerships or close connections. Has to do with some kind of financial issue, probably, likely, and some kind of strong male energy is denoted by this king. This king could be you. I like to look at the kings as the person who's taking control. You know, like the kingly figure. The traditional energy, though, is a more mature male energy. It does not have to be a male per se, but somebody who embodies that. And with the spades, we have somebody who, I don't know, there could be some kind of problem with this person or somebody who's causing a problem. Could go either way, honestly. But they're a person of authority, so they're not somebody that is easily quieted because they have this authority and they have this weight. But like I mentioned, with this Two of Diamonds here, this could be you in some kind of partnership. This could be you or the other person. This is what I meant to say. And this is like the Pentacles, so it does involve some kind of abundance or finances. Generally, this is a good card, though. It's a positive. It's a positive card. It's also, strangely enough, a card that, I don't know, this is kind of a side note because this may not pertain to your reading here, Gemini, but it's also the card of people not approving of a relationship. So keep that in mind as we go ahead. And we have the Joker. This is the black and white Joker. I like to look at the Jokers as things getting stirred up, mixed up, some kind of juggling action, right? This particular Joker in a traditional tarot deck would be the Fool. So this is a young, kind of adventurous, naive energy, but they're also very ambitious. But with the Fool energy, I don't know what your take is on that, but the Fool energy to me is always, it's just kind of saying, be kind of a fool in the sense that you want to be open to new ideas and new experiences and new things in general. So don't have any like preconceived ideas, right? The Four of Spades here represents some kind of disruption in your stability. Yeah. So that's probably something that's going on here with this juggling, mixing up and stirring up energy for sure. I mean, it could be some kind of work-related thing, honestly. Now that we're looking at a Four of Spades, and I was just thinking about the Two of Diamonds. That's why I kind of misspoke there because I was like, well, yeah, that would totally make sense. It could totally be a work situation where things are kind of being juggled around. Um, there's possibly a lot of satisfaction in your work, but unfortunately, you were feeling or are feeling a lot of stress from it. So it's kind of a warning to take care of yourself better, treat yourself better, because possibly these other people aren't. Maybe this King of Spades energy is like a supervisor, somebody above you that is just kind of making things hard for you in some way. Let's get some more clarifiers. Okay, so you had something that had to do with a new beginning, a fresh start. But it's also, interestingly enough, with the hearts here, it talks about some kind of dispute being settled. But it does involve like something very personal, something very close to you. It could be the person is very close to you, but if we're talking about a work situation, I would tend not to think you're close to that person. I mean, you could be. You could be. Maybe you worked there a long time and you have kind of a close working relationship with somebody, but something had to restart, or you're desiring a new start with this Ace of Hearts because of some stress on you. To clarify. Okay. This is honestly kind of going all over the place, but the Six of Hearts here, this is about new paths, new roads, new opportunities being open. And it's actually very positive. It's a card of peace and harmony. So it's compromise. I'm picking up you had a new start here in a work situation where you were able to reach some kind of compromise. And it restored the balance with the Two of Diamonds here. Yeah, I think it definitely involves some kind of stir up or mixing up, things getting kind of jumbled. Not like majorly, just kind of like maybe things are very chaotic for a while. It's possible this is what needs to happen, but I tend to think it already happened because now you have new opportunities. And like you're planning for the future in some sense because of all this. Making new plans, for example, or if it's work related again, you kind of have an idea of your mind and a different way to approach the work. But again, the Six of Hearts talks about close relationships. So it's like somebody you work with closely. It involved that. Some kind of compromise reached. Yeah, I think you were bumping heads with somebody you probably generally get along with, but you needed to compromise in some way with them, or they needed to compromise with you back, obviously. So let's look at your cards of advice, Gemini. Wow, look at all the hearts. Woo! Okay. Hearts and clubs. I like it. This doesn't have to do with money or pay or any kind of abundance. This is like relationship stuff. But I strongly feel it's in the workplace. The Five of Hearts is a change that involves some kind of like... Generally, if this was like about a romantic relationship, this would be a change in your home life. Or a change in that relationship. Honestly, with somebody kind of leaving, honestly. Or moving to a new location, or like a temporary separation. I don't, any of the above. You pick. But it's a separation card. I'm sensing that this is saying you need to separate yourself from the situation. And that's the change that's going to come out of this, if you didn't already know that or sense that, you need to make some kind of mental shift. Yeah, you need to like pull some like personal feelings out of this. I think maybe you were taking it personally. That's why we got so many hearts on the table here. Well, that's interesting. 4 of Clubs, again, is this card of stability. But you're actually getting back to a place of stability with this, as opposed to over here needing some kind of stress relief. This is the balancing card. It's also about practicality in business and kind of, well, I was going to say like some creativity needing to happen to like solve a problem, for example. But more so, we need to focus on the fact that it brought the stability of mind. It brought you some kind of peace, because we definitely saw that here. Yeah. The 7 of Clubs, though, this is very significant, because I think whatever was going on here prior to this compromise, you were feeling trapped in some way. I think you were getting more and more frustrated because you're feeling cornered, especially if it was an overworking kind of thing, right? That's why something had to give. Yeah, something just had to give. The 10 of Hearts, though, this is about the ultimate completion, but being quite to your satisfaction. In fact, it's downright happiness, and it's good news. It's celebration. It's all of that. It's partying. Now, you may not be throwing a party because all of this happened, but this is how you're feeling inside. This is how I think if you take this change in perspective or pull your personal feelings out of it, I think this is what you're going to achieve. And you're going to come out of this feeling of like somebody trapped you. Because, there can be some residual resentment. Honestly, if I was in that situation and I felt somebody had me under their thumb for long enough, even though I worked things out with them and things smoothed out, I would still feel probably some residual resentment. Like I couldn't trust that person. Yeah. I think that's what it's pointing to, that you just kind of have to pull your personal feelings out of it. I think you got too personally wrapped up. Let's draw another card. There you get another card of completion. Wow. And this one actually is about prosperity and success. Things are going to work out for you. That's what it's telling me. Things are going to work out for you in this strong work situation. I swear it is. It has to be. And it's going to bring you the success that you've been wanting out of this particular career, job. You fill in the blank. Wow, Gemini, that's not too bad. You reached a compromise. Now you just need to kind of pull your personal feelings out of it, in the sense that don't let it get to you. And you're gonna reap some major rewards. I mean, 10 and 10. I just want to say before I go, this feeling of entrapment could be within your mind. You could be your own jailkeeper here. You have the key to let yourself out. Whoa. That was deep. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, give me a like. Hit me a subscribe so that you will be notified of the next reading. And thank you for coming, and take care until I see you again. Bye now.